Hello and thanks for stopping by today. Today I am going to share how to put together a wreath. Actually, we're going to do a couple of wreaths and a couple of swags. And I'm going to show you these are very easy, simple ways that you can do these yourself using items from Dollar Tree, Hobby Lobby, wherever you get your items from. It all depends on what it is that you like. There's no wrong or right way to do this. It's all about what you like and what makes you happy. So let's go ahead and get started. Now, this is a no-spin project for me, and I am taking inventory right now of items that I already had in my stash. Some of these things I've used before, and some have never been opened, but today we're going to see how many of them we can put to use. I like to pick up these grapevine wreaths when I see them on sale at Joann's or Michael's, so that way I have them when I want to use them. And I just get picks the same way. I pick them up wherever I see them and I like them. And I like to use them without putting any glue or anything like that on them because I like to reuse my items as much as possible. If you're creating a wreath and you know that you are going to be committed to that wreath and you want to make sure that it's very, very secure, you can use some hot glue, some E6000 glue, whatever you have on hand. But I'm just going to use these grapevine wreaths to just kind of press these picks into place and kind of anchor them on each other so that they are secure. Now, as I said before, there's no right or wrong, so it's whatever makes you happy. I tend to like wreaths that only have picks and florals on one side so that it creates that asymmetrical look. That's just kind of my preference. I also don't really care if all the picks are in the same direction. Some people like to have a look where it's kind of flowing, going in a continuous circle, and that's a beautiful look. But if you want to make it just more of a freestyle look, you can do that as well. And I'm just pressing these picks down in there however I want them to look and rearranging them as I look at it and, just see how it's all coming together. Now, I also wanted this particular wreath to be very neutral colors, not necessarily the traditional fall colors, but with those elements and touches of fall like the pine cones and pumpkins. You can literally put together a wreath like this in about 5 or 10 minutes, just depending on how many picks you want to put in there or how detailed you want your wreath to be. Like I said, I only want picks and things on one side of mine, so this was done in like about 5 to 7 minutes. Now, I'm pretty much done with this. I'm liking the way that it looks so far, and I'm going to go ahead and put it into place. This is going to be an indoor wreath. I'm putting it on the outside of the door to my office, and I'm just going to place it on there with one of those command hooks, and I'm going to press it down here so that the leaf kind of conceals the hooks. You can also use a wreath hanger. Either way is perfectly fine, but I do like the way that this looks. This gives me a smile when I enter into my office door. Now let's go ahead to our second project. Now, the next item is a wreath that I'm going to fill this one up, and I'm going to use traditional fall colors. Now, this was a wreath form that I had bought when Joann's had them on sale several years ago, actually, and I still had it, and these picks, again, were in my box of fall decor. Most of these came from Dollar Tree or Hobby Lobby when they had their end of the fall season. So I'm going to be just pressing them in just like I did on the last wreath. But the first step is to just kind of organize my picks and make sure that I have everything that I want to use for this project. But the technique is exactly the same. We're just pressing them down in here. No glue is going to be used. Just pressing them into the grapevine. It's very, very easy to do with this type of wreath form because there's lots of place to tuck those ends into. This video is a part of an open collaboration that's hosted by the Grace Life DIY Home Decor, and her special co-hosts this month are Tammy from Glam Queen of Decor, and she has 8 other co-hosts: Mercy Beauty Styles, Marlene How To's, Marilyn Cozy Lifestyle, Denise Glam Style Living, The Rogers House, Diva Decorating, Creations by Simone, and myself, Sister Cousins Lifestyle. And I'm Sandy, by the way. Nice to meet you. Now, all of the links to these beautiful ladies will be down in my description box below. And so if you're looking to create wreaths and swags and to wow your guests over this holiday season, you will definitely want to stop by each of their channels, because I promise you, you will be inspired and receive all types of new tips and techniques for creating your holiday wreaths. And if we're meeting for the first time, I do wish that you would consider hitting that subscribe button and also the post notification bell so that you can be notified each time I upload new videos. Over here, I do all types of home decor videos, house cleaning videos, shopping hauls, and a few DIYs here and there. I'm so glad you stopped by today. Now let's go back to putting this wreath together. I ran out of picks that I wanted to use, so I ran across this little leaf garland here that I got from the Dollar Tree some time ago, and I'm just going to wrap that around this grapevine. That works just fine as long as I tuck the ends and make sure that they are secure and won't be coming off of there. It'll work just fine because it brings in the traditional fall colors that I want, and I love the leaves. And you'll see where I'm just finding places to just kind of tuck that end in there. Again, I do that because I do like to reuse my wreaths. Like I may end up using this wreath for my Easter wreath down the road or my spring wreath, whatever the case may be. I do like to reuse my items as much as possible. But if you want to use yours going forward, feel free to glue them on. They do look better, and you can assure yourself that they're more secure if you've glued them down. And you can add as many picks if you want to completely cover the grapevine, or as few picks as you want. Again, there's no right or wrong answer. It's all about what you like. I had these little pumpkins here that I got from the Dollar Tree this year, and they just clip on. So I'm just using those to kind of clip into some of the empty spaces just so that I have a nice full wreath. Now, this wreath is going to be used on an indoor screen porch at my mother's house. I wanted it to be festive, cheery, and I wanted to make her happy whenever she looks at it when she goes out to sit in her happy space. So now let's move on to the swag. And I'm going to be doing a swag and decorating these lanterns here for the fall season. Again, this is a very, very easy process to make a swag, and I'm going to share how to do that. I'm starting with the picks of my choice, and I'm going to take them and kind of put them together. Again, just using that tucking method that I shared when doing the wreath. And then once I have them together, I'm going to put the stems together on both ends, and that's going to create my swag. It's as simple as that. Now with this, because I do want the ends to stay together, I'm going to use some floral wire just to tie the pieces together, because that's the only way they can stick together outside of gluing them. But that still leaves me the flexibility of being able to reuse these floral picks if I need to or want to in the future. These picks were from Hobby Lobby. I believe it was last season. They usually come out with some really, really nice ones. And as with anything with me, I always shop on sale. So I wait until the fall things are at least 50% off to make those investments. Now I'm just going to wrap this around and around again until I feel that it's nice and secure. And then I'm going to use the same floral wire to tie it onto the top of my lantern. Once I put it on my lantern here, you're going to see that you can see that wire there, but I am going to cover that with another pick, and you're not going to see it at all. This is another old pick that I've had in my stash. It is a sunflower, and I thought it was perfect for the center here. I love the way that this looks, and I have it like at an angle because, like I said, I just love that asymmetrical look. It's just so interesting. Now, I know this is not a part of this collab, but I'm going to go ahead and adorn my lantern inside. And while I'm doing that, I would like to again give thanks to Anna and Tammy for hosting this open collab. It truly took me kind of out of my comfort zone. I don't do a whole lot of DIYs, but I love them, and I love the ideal of creating things. So I do try my hand at a few things every now and then, but my thing is really decorating. But I would like to thank these ladies and my fellow co-hosts for this collab, and I do want to ask again that you take the time to look in my description box and get the details on their channels. Go over there and show them some love and let them know that I sent you. Thanks so much for stopping by, And I hope to see each and every one of you over here on my next one. Now, here are my finished lanterns all lit up, and I love the way that they turned out. Beautiful, beautiful. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.